What's going on, Aquarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the best, Aquarius, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey because it's a general energy weekly spread. And now I'm just like playing around with the dance moves, Aquarius. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but it's fine because with this weekly spread, whenever you come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation. Okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. I'm doing a lot right now, Aquarius. Oh, yeah, I am. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Aquarius. Now, I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Thank you. That was the first. And in case of y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching Aquarius. A very intuitive group, very cool vibes that they bring, so I think you'd really like them. So definitely go check them out. Let's get to your first card here. All right, I'm Nita. Look at that. We just got to call some friends there, Aquarius, because you got the third card of Scorpios here, which is Friends card. Go hit up a homie, because it's a card of friendship, group, soul tribe, third person, contact, relate, network, show up, hang out, meet in person, social media, interpersonal relationships, togetherness, and friendliness. In the group, it's coming through real strong here, Aquarius. And I feel like that's, and it makes sense because your sign deals with groups, with friends, with networking. I'm surprised this Scorpio's card, but this is all this stuff here. A lot of this is about you, Aquarius. I feel like it really is. Yours is a sign of one that really thrives through connections. I feel like the more you know, the more you network, the more you grow. It's very similar to Gemini in that aspect, where Gemini is like the communicators of the air signs. They're really social, just kind of all out and about, and just really kind of just chatting them up. I got a Gemini moon, so explains all this. But then your sign, it's a little different. It's like it's really kind of, because they're like exchanging information for just kind of information's sake, just kind of getting the word around. But I feel like Aquarius is that it's taking it to that next level. It's like it's a little bit less, I feel like a little less intimate than Libra, but still has that same type of warmth there. There's that sense of a similar type of purpose, whether it be to raise the vibration, or, this could be maybe just even coming together to help a friend out with a flat tire or something along those lines. How cool would that be? A couple buddies come through like, oh, you got stuck? Well, let's just make a day of it. Like just anything along those lines. I really feel like your sign thrives in any sort of, it doesn't necessarily just have to be in a group, but just being in energies where you are just connecting with others, and just even if it's just being out in a social setting, you never know who you may run into, Aquarius. So, and I feel like that's one. Air energy is one where I feel like it needs to be curious all the time. It's one that the more information you have, the more you know, the more that not just you grow, but everyone grows. From the knowledge that you've accrued and then you take to Aquarius. You think with how you think. You take everything that you've learned from all the people that you've met, that you've gathered together, and what kind of empire you could build, or what sort of like soul tribe you really could build. That's a very powerful, transformative energy to have there. That touch of Uranus energy is really something else. So it really helps shape the future, really keeps us motivated, keeps us innovative, keeps us fresh, keeps us growing. So, and I know that seems like a lot to kind of put on you there, but you can do it. It just comes naturally to you. So just kind of lean into that. Just be yourself, and I feel like that it's like very kind of Nine of Cups energy, what you're kind of attracting here. This is I like that, Aquarius. But let's get some tarot on this. Oh. Alright, Aquarius, let's see what we got here. Okay, small little reversal storm here, but that's fine, because you know what? Maybe we're... okay, I see. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands in reverse here, and then we have the Three of Wands upright. And you know, Aquarius, I feel with this energy that for some that there's maybe this need, there's energy of like shyness that's coming through, or that where maybe we doubt the capabilities of how gregarious your sign really can be, you know, because where yes your sign is eclectic, you know, it's unique, but uniqueness is amazing. Uniqueness keeps this, because if there was no sort of individuality and no sort of sense of freedom of expression in things, you know, can you imagine a dull Queen of Wands? That would be something else. And I feel like maybe that's for some, it's like we've been trying to maybe kind of fit into this mold, and I feel like we haven't been investing in our uniqueness as we could, you know. Like I feel like this, and that's interesting that that's coming through like that, Aquarius, but it does feel like that there could be some really great growth with that as well. Like you could really kind of come into just a, you know, because the Nine of Pentacles is working towards your pre-Empress energy, or this is your pre-Empress energy. You know, this is Venus and Virgo, and if you get to being your unique Empress self and make that become a routine, absolutely. I mean, you know, we're talking about Empresses, but it'll be more. It'll make you tap into that Queen of Wands side of your Empress. You know, because she's the Empress is the culmination of all the queens, but it seems like right now the emphasis is just more so that confidence, and I feel that it would help you to just kind of put yourself in situations maybe where you can expand. And this doesn't necessarily have to be even like a, because I get where maybe for some we do get this sense of like social anxiety and things along those lines. I totally understand that. This could be maybe something where we could even reach out on the internet, because there's a sign, you know, air signs, you all tech savvy and whatnot. That's something that you can tap to as well. But I will say that where I do see, and I was actually just talking with someone about this not too long ago. They were talking about VR and how that has really kind of expanded on how we communicate and things along those lines, and how that's kind of like starting to take off there and really sort of, but that where that is nice, that isn't a replacement for that actual interaction. You know what I mean? And I know where you know, with everything that's been going on these last few years, it's been hard to get into that sort of integration. And I don't mean you just throw yourself into like a Lollapalooza or anything along those lines, but even just going to like a cafe, just being amongst, you know, just like idle chit chat, just, you know, how's your day, just something along those lines, Aquarius, to just kind of keep your keep your network expanding, keep your energy growing, and keeping those bonds, and you know, keeping that energy going too. I feel, you know, in the energies that you do invest, keep that stuff going, because you never know how that's going to help boss you up as well. You know, I like that too. Right? That's cool. Let's get some tea, Aquarius, and let's get some more on those. Oh, well, Aquarius, you got the third card of Cancers here, which is the constellation card. And I like when this card comes up for you, because that's basically what you are. You're constellations. Because this is a card of network, support, associates, gathered, meetings, socialize, organization, arrangement, a collection, exchanging data, influence, in connection with, in a large amount. So you have a lot coming through here, Aquarius. The networking, exchanging data, sort of the in connection with, in the socialize that's coming through here. And I do feel like there is a need to, and maybe even for some, I almost feel, because when I think about Cancer energy is very much about security. Scorpio is very much about trust and security, and I feel like that maybe there's this need of, it's not that we're, it's like maybe for some it's like taking that So you being an Aquarian, the next sign that you maybe go to is like a Pisces. You know, that's after your sign. And it's like taking that group, that network, and then making it a soul tribe. You know what I mean? Taking it to that next level. You know, where we're friends. You know, we're all in this to, again, to raise the world's vibration here, and whatever that looks like for your Aquarius. And I feel like there's a need to kind of get out there more, to kind of get your energy, I don't know, get your energy to get others maybe thinking or something along those lines here. There's, you know, because like that's cool. You know, we're exchanging data. You know, we're conversing. Right, and it's just, it doesn't even necessarily have to be if we're talking about the next idea or next business thing. This could just be talking about what's been going on your journey. You know, this could be going on. You know, like whatever what you want to talk about, but something that you're passionate about, and see how that inspires others, and see how you can kind of riff with that, and how, because that's co-creation at its finest too. A conversation with someone, even if you don't do something together, you could talk with someone that gets them inspired, that gets their Queen of Wands all lit, and then next thing you know, they're off doing some cool stuff, and they're thinking Aquarius, because I know then, you know, and then it just all kind of comes back together here, Aquarius, and it becomes this really just brilliant map where everything's all lit up and inspired. And that's a great way to make your mark, Aquarius. That's 10 of Pentacles all day. But let's get some tarot on this. Thank you. Let's see what we got here, Aquarius. Ah! Love it. So you got one of your cards. So you got the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here. And then we got the 6 coins, or excuse me, 6 of Cups. Let's talk about your Ten of Pentacles here, since see, this is how you Ten of Pentacles. And I like this. This doesn't feel like that we're not getting our Ten of Pentacles, Aquarius. This feels like that it's like we're figuring out what that looks like right now. In fact, it's like it's I really feel like it's paying attention to I'm probably going to get a little bit more of the 6 of Cups, but there's something here about really kind of sharing this, because 6 of Cups can be, for me, a card of sharing, and I feel like it's almost like sharing the burden of this journey or something along those lines, Aquarius. You know, kind of talk about your dreams, your aspirations, you know, what you're doing in life, you know, what difficulties you've been facing, like kind of, it's, because it almost feels like that maybe for some it's like it's almost maybe like there's some things that we could be reflecting on here, you know, with the 6 of Cups being in reverse, but where the reason that we're not getting to this 10 of Pentacles is so that we may be rushing through this thing, because the Knight of Swords is a very hasty knight. He is one that does tend to kind of blow past stuff, and, you know, eyes on the future, and not quite, you know, missing some key lessons from the past. And I feel like it's but let me get a little bit more with this 6 of Cups here, Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius, man. Because here you are, singing up with the energies, Aquarius. Oh, I like this. Interesting, Aquarius. I really like this, because you have the Star card, and the High Priestess in reverse here, and then we have the Strength card, Leo, upright. And I have a lot to say about this, Aquarius, because you have opposite signs here, you and Leo. And with you being in reverse, in particular, High Priestess being in reverse, this is a lot of intuitive energy that's not being fully tapped into, that's not being channeled, that's not quite being, and I feel like there's a need to really kind of slow down here, connect with Source, and really kind of figure out where and what or just when, just all the questions as far as like to what you want to accomplish in life. And then I feel like if we listen to that thing, there's going to, the energies are going to get you connected to the right people. There's something here, because with about the opposite signs, there's oppositions are choices that are made, whether they're things that people inflict upon us, situations inflict upon us. And I feel that we've been, there's an intuitive side. I do feel like that's just, it's not quite being tapped into, Aquarius. I'm not sure if, and that's very interesting, I feel like, for your sign, because when you think about Uranus energy, I think I told you about this last week, but I've been reading this book, and it's, when every time it talks about Uranus energy, it always usually mentions about how intuitive the energy is. Just like it's, your energy is unique, Aquarius, and it's not one that I feel that it's, don't doubt what you can do, like how you can really kind of bring it, in a way. I feel like there's a show of confidence that's needed to be. I mean, it's interesting what's happening here, because maybe even for some, it's just like, maybe there's even like a situation from the past that we're having troubles even moving past with this Knight of Swords here. Because even thinking with that, the High Priestess is the moon, and she can represent, the moon is associated with the past. That's the only like kind of giving the Cancerian energy, but it's and this might be something too, maybe because I'm just thinking with the moon. The moon can deal with like, the kind of private side of us when we think about our placements. It's like the subconscious. Once we've made the friends, then the friends get to kind of see you a little bit more. But it feels like that maybe it's time to, if we've been keeping some stuff bottled in here, to let this stuff flow, to let this stuff come out, because maybe then someone may not be able to necessarily help you with the situation, but maybe they can provide a perspective that can help you get to where you need to be, to help make this, whatever the situation may be, a little less arduous, or something along those lines, Aquarius. Whew. That was a lot going on there. I dig that, Aquarius. You know, we got some planets. Sun's in Leo. Back at home now, and Venus is in Leo, and where that's great for Leo. Well, interesting for Leo. Depending on what's going on. It's forming oppositions with your signs. So that those can bring tensions, polarity, things along those lines. So, just a little something to think about when you got challenges there. You want to trust that intuition. See what's going on here, Aquarius. All right, so last last card here. You got the 8th card of Capricorns, and look, we're learning about ourselves, which is the library card. And with this card, this is a card of knowledge, learning, history, information, research, books, pastimes, archives, hidden documents, search, secrets, looking beneath the surface, author, reading, and writing. So the energy that's coming through strong here is the hidden, Aquarius, and it almost feels like that there's something. It almost feels like for some, it seems like that the answer for maybe how we're getting to this 10 of Pentacles here, it just seems elusive right now. It's just like, and that's where I feel like if we find ourselves in a state of this doubt or not sure where to go, a good place to go is within and really kind of sit there. And I know how that sounds. And this could be something too. Maybe we're doing, reading, writing. Maybe this is something. I feel like air signs. This is not always the answer. This is just one. I have a Gemini moon, and I think a lot, and I feel a lot, and it's nice to journaling. Is one where it's nice to have an outlet to just kind of pour your thoughts out. I've been writing like 3 pages. It's just like, and just whatever the hell comes to my head. It's just like, we're just gonna spew it out real quick. And it's just been kind of flowing real nicely as of late. But it's just a good way to just kind of see what is actually going on. What if there's any sort of like repetitive things that I need to that need to get eyes on. What are we? Am I thinking about certain things? I was actually just thinking about some. I had some. I'll let you in on a secret, Aquarius. I got some moves that I'm thinking about about here, as far as just like personal moves, as far as like moving to a different place, and because I'm kind of, yeah, it's a whole thing, but it helps you get a game plan, really kind of helps you see where you're investing your time. Have you been working on yourself? Have we been feeling connected with source? How's our vitality, our health doing? Where's our head at? Just like, have we been growing, expanding, socializing? Have we been feeling lonely? Just all these questions that we could be asking ourselves. And I feel like the more that we're inquisitive internally, the more, because the more answers get shown to us, and it's learning the signs and how you do connect with higher self. Because I mean, come on, to be able, look at the star card, to be able to, you're collecting information from the divine, and you're literally pouring it out into the material world here. And that's what Capricorn does. That's why they're the sea goat. They, Saturn changed their legs to fins to give them that more kind of intuitive energy. You already know how to scale a mountain. Now let's create a mountain that you can climb. Or like, I don't know. It's like it's becoming a different sort of. It's very interesting, Aquarius, but I do feel that it's, yeah. However this is looking, if we do have. And again, I do feel that a good way maybe too, if going within doesn't seem to be finding what you need, maybe finding someone that you feel close enough to reveal more kind of hidden things with yourself, a more vulnerable side of you. Just thinking with this lunar energy here, the moon. But let's get some tarot on this. Alright, Aquarius. Last little bit here. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Wow. Huh. Very fascinating, Aquarius. So, Queen of Pentacles popped out earlier when I was doing your pre-shuffle. So, she's a little key figure in this thing here, I think, for some. But you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Justice card up right here. And then you have the Four of Swords and then the Hierophant in reverse. And let's switch back over, Aquarius, because that is really fascinating. Because I feel that, one, since we're talking about Empress energy, you got both Libra and Taurus here, both ruled by the Empress, Venus. And I feel like that, well, let's talk about Queen of Pentacles first, because I feel like that with this Empress energy here, or at least the tools, I feel, not the tools, I shouldn't say it like that, the energies that are here, I feel like that we're not tapping into the resources that are available to us, Aquarius, that you can really availing yourself of what you are capable of. Really, when you listen to that intuition, your ideas in things, I feel like those are where the sparks happen, where the instant, and then write that stuff down, put it in a phone, whatever that's looking like. But especially if you've been feeling, maybe even like with the Four of Swords here, kind of restless or something along those lines. And even the oh, and come on, Aquarius, that just kind of dawned on me too. You got divine counterparts here, the most intuitive couple in the deck here, and they're both in reverse. And the Hierophant, he's the bridge between, the conduit between like the heavens and the earth here, and that's where I feel like it's becoming that bridge and really seeing how what your mind thinks, and it's like cause and effect with the Justice card. What your mind thinks, then you can create. It's what you manifest. When you really want something, Aquarius, when it's like you want food, bam. When you need a job, bam. When you need this, bam. It's really kind of syncing up like that and really creating this abundance and tapping into. It's because abundance is all around us. There are times when the energies are a little bit easier and they're to access, a little bit harder to access, but it's always all around us. We just got to work with the energies. I feel like with the Hierophant, this is Taurus energy, being a little less rigid, that because they're the fixed earth sign. And you even being the fixed air sign, where you do flow free, you flow in a straight line, and it's just like I feel like there's a need to be a little more free, Yeah, you see that, that guy. You know what I'm talking about, Aquarius. But I think that's all I got for you, Aquarius. But really, though, last little thing there that we're gonna call that Aquarius, because I do feel like that with the Four of Swords, there is a need to, especially if we haven't had a chance to kind of be with our thoughts. And I'm not sure, Aquarius, there's a lot kind of going on here, and I feel like that maybe there's a need to just again, maybe even kind of like just like kind of slow down a little bit. And very interesting energy here, but I think I'm gonna leave that there. I hope that made sense. That was it was very fascinating energy that you brought. You and Capricorn had very interesting readings. But if you like that, Aquarius, give it a thumbs up and share this if you know someone who might be just needing to socialize with some friends, or maybe not quite processing some things, dealing with some stuff. And I'm not sure, Aquarius. Very interesting, but share this with them, and then have all you Hierophants, and yeah, Hierophants, I like that, intuitive figures to stars. What am I talking about? Let's make you bigger. Stars. So have all you stars, get out there and subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each week. But if you tapped into that intuitive side, you just know, Aquarius. But I still love your subscriptions regardless. But and then one maybe good way to tap into the intuitive side, Aquarius. I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. It's just a group to post positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as the group grows, I'm gonna start posting different healing music, affirmations, things along those lines. Maybe like tapping into your potential with the star. Like well, normally it's healing with the star, because the star card is a card of healing. And that's something that maybe to think about too, Aquarius. There may be something here about some healing as well. Maybe just gotten out of a tower moment, because that's before the star is the tower, and we may be still kind of processing some things. Maybe there's some emotions, with the moon that we haven't dealt. Hold on, but definitely check that out. And then lastly, look at you having our ruler here, like you want to come over to the chair, even, friends. That's my other channel there, Aquarius. If you have any if you have any Cancer in your placement, sun, moon, rising, come on over. I do videos Monday through Friday there, absolutely discussing lunar shenanigans when the High Priestess pops up to the good old time, and all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Aquarius. And that's interesting. So you got the Page of Wands here. And with the Page of Wands here, Aquarius, it almost feels like that this is the Page of Wands is like there's been an invitation to try something different, because it's like this girl looks like this is her first time kind of twirling this thing, or maybe it's the first time that it's ever been on fire. And now there's this energy of, it's like stepping out of your comfort zone maybe a little bit, just seeing where the energy's taking you. Maybe this is going for a socializing with the group. Maybe this is, and as it makes sense, Aquarius, but maybe it's asking yourself, are there some areas that we haven't healed from, or kind of explore, putting the energies towards that way, maybe kind of alleviate some of this imbalance that might be going on here with the Four of Swords, especially if because that can be kind of, we've been in our head, and the energy is like Libra energy, considering you got Justice too. Libra energy can be in that kind of indecisive state, and then you compound on that, and that's interesting too. Just even thinking how you got all this air energy here. But let me get your oracle card. Yeah, that's interesting with that Page of Wands there. Thank you. So we got here Aquarius. Ooh, interesting. So Aquarius, and I really like this card. You got the Weaver in reverse, and you see what you could be cooking up. and I mean that. You really can be cooking up greatness. You manifest the future. And with Pluto getting ready to move into your sign next year around your birthday season, you are going to be in a very transformative energy. You're going to be in a place where Pluto deals with power, and it's really tapping into that we were talking about earlier, that Queen of Pentacles energy. Right now Pluto is in Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. And we want to make the most of this, Aquarius. really, really tune into. I mean, everything, all your intuitive energy is like it's in reverse right now, and I feel like that it's not that you're not intuitive. It's just like it's tapping into that energy more so when you notice when you're in that intuitive state and like really kind of taking it there, really kind of. Because it almost feels like that there's this, it's like a blockage or something along those lines, and that's something I feel like, especially with one of your rulers, Saturn being in Pisces, for the next 3 years, and Uranus is going to be in Taurus for the next. They both move out of those signs about 2025. So these next couple years, it's really, I feel like, investing in your spirituality in this point. In areas that you want to grow and expand and things, and so be thinking about that, Aquarius. So, all right, I'm gonna leave that there. So you stay safe out there. You raise your vibration through the roof, however that looks like. Get out there, connect, and do some journeying within. Ask yourself these intuitive questions. Really be the star, because I love that. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.